Alright, today I'm gonna do Microsoft's E3. Now I know I'm gonna be doing each part with Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo each E3. I know this is a little late on this. I've just been real busy, so I really haven't gotten onto it. So sorry if this is a late. I know E3 is done and what, but let's begin. Alright. I've watched Microsoft's E3 on the day it came on. Now, Microsoft's E3 was pretty boring. Nothing on Microsoft's side interests me. It was just boring. They just was just going on and on. It's like, okay, we get this, we get that, just show the games, what, and but they just kept bragging on and stuff, and it's like wasting time. It's like, come on, this is like the most boring thing. They just kept talking and talking and talking for like every 15, 20 minutes. I know it was longer than that, but still, they just, and then they were showing off Halo 5, not my kind of game. Sorry for those who are into Halo, not my game. I really don't care for it, but I just watched it. It was pretty boring. Did not look interesting. Boring. And then they go on and on. And then it got a little interesting later on. Then they talked about backwards compatibility with Xbox One, but it's limited backwards compatibility. They said like 30 games were going to work for 360 on there. And that's like, okay, that's interesting, but is it fully? And the answer is no, it's not. So that's practically the only one good side they came out with the Xbox was the backwards compatibility. Other than that, really, there really wasn't really much that Microsoft came out. And of course, they bring out Rare. Eh, and sorry for that, but as for Rare, I don't care for Rare anymore. Not on Microsoft, I don't care. Rare is long dead, people. Then they decided to bring out a value pack, 30 years worth of value pack. Okay, you put the best games out there for the value pack. Why is Banjo Nuts and Bolts the best? That game sucked. Why put that as the value pack? I don't know, but I didn't really care. And then they go on and on with games that are already been announced and Tomb Raider, and it's like, come on, we already know about half of these games. And then they talk about Windows games coming for Windows 10, and then it's like, there were like a few good games that came out, but mostly Microsoft really just didn't have anything really shown. They didn't have no really any. They only had one game that was practically gameplay. The rest were just CGI trailers, and one just a title. I think not. Yeah, CGI title, and then that was about it. And then they went on about remastering. It's like it just unbelievable. Just boring. Microsoft, the games that came out from Microsoft, for you Xbox fans, that's your choice. I'm not. The FPS games, I did not really care for the FPS games. That were not my kind of thing. Microsoft was boring. Alright, the most boring E3. Nothing on E3 interests me on the Xbox, but either way, I'm still not gonna. There's still nothing on Xbox I'd still never want to get, and I'll never will get an Xbox One. But this is more or less my review of Microsoft's E3. So, review. What do I think? It's boring, and nothing on there interests me. It's just talk, talk, talk. Less games shown. They showed a brand new controller and backwards compatibility. And then they talked about some stupid headset, the Hooligans. That stupid virtual headset. And mostly that. And they're showing. Now, and then you go on with Minecraft with that. Nobody cared about that. We all know that's just another flop idea that Microsoft just brings out, and it's not that interesting. If it's so what you call an a so-called advanced headset, why didn't they use it on other things besides that table? But that even bored me even more. Now I know some of you be like, oh, well, you just don't care for Microsoft, or you're just a Sony pony or a retard. Actually, I have a 360. That's the only closest thing I'll ever stick with from Microsoft's console is the 360. I'm never buying an Xbox One, so I really don't care about the Xbox One. But for all those who are willing to care for that, that's your console of choice. I don't care. I'm not bashing you guys if you want it or not. And this is just my E3 review. But I have, but yeah, then they just go on and talk more about that, and then practically they after that, then they showed off Gears of War 4, and then that's pretty much it, and then they just showed what all games were coming out. Other than that, there were quite a few things that were good on the Microsoft side, but the rest was just boring. Pretty much games that were already been announced, we already heard, we already knew about. There was nothing on Microsoft that they had that interested anyone besides the Halo 5 and the Gears of War. Nothing on interested those people. Microsoft's E3 was pretty boring, and I didn't really care for it. Now, I know this is a little late, and I know E3 is done, but I had to do this. I'm sorry if I haven't been making any new videos for a while, but as for right now, I'm just been busy playing games. That's practically what I do is play games. You know, I'm busy playing each games on every system I have. So that's what I do. Um, so yeah. Well, this was just mostly Microsoft's E3. The next one I'm gonna be doing Sony's, and then the last one Nintendo, which I will get onto that one because I'm not happy with Nintendo's. So, but other than that, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm sorry if I'm repeating this, but I'm sorry if I haven't been making the new videos. Like I said, I'm busy playing games and other things coming in my life that I'm too worried about right now. Things I gotta do in the real world too. So whenever I come up with an idea what new video, I will get onto it. But and not only that, there really hasn't been anything I could come out with. I do have some ideas, but as right now, it's just a little, eh, being peaceful and enjoying the summer here. And sorry, I'm also on my PS4, just letting y'all know that. But just enjoying the summer while it can, and trying, you know, being prepared for when comes, for when all the brand new games come out. So that's another thing too. But other than that, there was really not much on Microsoft's E3. It was just there was only a few good pointers out there, a bunch of couple of games that were pretty interesting to see. But other than that, Microsoft's E3 was just boring was just boring. I'm so that E3 was boring. So, like I said, like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in part. I'll see you in real soon.